So, guys, last month here in Hyderabad, I was taking a workshop and I got a chance to interact with a trader. And we had a very interesting conversation during lunchtime. And she said that she doesn't believe in technicals, right? So, basically, she trades purely based on fundamentals. And that fascinated me to know because very few traders I know trade purely based on the fundamentals. And her logic was very simple and it was very I would say intuitive that see, as far as the technicals are concerned, they are subjective, right? So you can, let's say, give the same chart to 5 different people, they can come back with 5 different interpretations, and that subjectivity is not there when it comes to the fundamentals, right? So if a company is doing well, the revenue is growing, the profitability is growing, the market share is growing, then that is something that we can rely on, and if you trade based on that, you have a higher likelihood of success. So the discussion could not finish to a logical conclusion, but that thought stayed with me for some time. And today was such an interesting market that I thought that I do have a point of view now. And you can see right here that the market first of all came down, then aggressively went back up, then again came down, went back up, again came down, and then again retreated. This is such a interesting market, and I thought that okay, is it possible to trade this kind of a market using the fundamentals? So, for example, you take any stock, for example, Reliance or TCS or Infosys or whichever stock that you are looking at, within these 6 hours, what kind of fundamentals would have changed for a company, right? Or even for a country, for example, unless something big happens, has something changed for the country that made the market go down, first of all, almost 1%, then again go back up, not just go back up, go back with that kind of momentum, then again come back down with the same kind of momentum, right? So these kind of moves cannot be explained or cannot be traded if you are purely following the fundamentals, right? So I think those traders who are following the logic of fundamentals, I would say that your approach will work better if you are working with longer timelines, right? So if you are, let's say, taking a positional trade, then you can make a case that okay, all right, this company is fundamentally strong, and at some point of time the valuations will become attractive, and eventually there will be buyers who will be willing to buy that particular stock at a certain price, right? Number one. Number two, which is I think a more important thing, is that fundamentals make more sense when you are looking at an individual stock, but when you are looking at an index, right? So for example, you are looking at Nifty 50, it is a combination of 50 companies, right? And every company has its own fundamentals. So to combine them into a meaningful metric and then to be able to decide what is the right valuation of Nifty, it is extremely hard. So I will again make a case that for short-term trading, technicals matter, right? Price action matter, and that is a way to trade, and of course that is a way to manage your risk as well, right? Because as a trader, I am not arguing with the market, right? So let's say my opinion of the market is bullish, but if the market starts to crack in the second half, I'm not going to argue with that. Whereas let's say a fundamental trader who may be opinionated based on the results of the company may have a tendency to argue with the market that it's fine, even if it's going down, I'm going to hold on to it. So I'm not going to take sides, but I do want to say that short-term trading cannot be done through fundamentals, that is for sure, because fundamentals don't change overnight. Fundamentals will not change over 6 hours or 7 hours or maybe a couple of days. But yes, as far as a long-term trading is concerned, you can think about using the fundamentals, but even there, I would say that price has a lot more information built into it than we give it credit for, right? So we have a tendency of thinking that okay, we look at the numbers, we look at everything else, but we don't give that much credit to price. I would say that if you are a fundamental trader, start giving some weightage to price as well. And if you combine these two aspects, I'm sure you will come up with better trading opportunities than just purely trading based out of the fundamentals of the company.